Alright, so let's start with using this pencil. I would like to provide you with a little example in here. Let's draw a glass. This is a glass, and I'm going to draw this like this, and here we are. Can we tell where the light direction is coming to this glass? Let's take a look into the same glass, but with different line value in here, and then I'm using different pressures on it so we can see some darker lines and seeing some lighter lines, and then showing a little bit of liquid in here, and then I can show a little straw coming down in there, and then it breaks into the water, and then here we are having a different glass. So in this case, I can tell the light is coming from the direction A. I can tell this is a transparent glass, and it's half full almost with some liquid. We can assume this is water, right? But in this one, we cannot. So the information we are giving to our client in A1 and B1 are different. And people observing this sketch, they cannot get enough visual information from this sketch comparing to a sketch B1. Here we are, start the conversation around the line value and the textures in this exercise. So if you know this and you understand this concept, it would be much easier for you to follow me on this exercise, and we are going to do it together. What we want to do in this exercise is creating a different materials that we use maybe in landscape, maybe in interior design, maybe in architecture. So we have to basically stay free as we want, as well as looking into the surrounding and then taking some pictures as a visual memory to see how we can create different textures as we have experienced them in the past. Maybe these lines that I am drawing with this pencil in a very quick format brings you to a conclusion of maybe a brick wall, which can be used for your rendering when you want to describe a situation for your client, saying, okay, here is how we see a brick texture. How about if we do some different textures like this, and then assuming here it is going to be some maybe glass, and then I use 6B to do some little reflections into that glass, and then creating a different texture. How about that? Or we can start doing a different move into our texture and then creating a different textures. We don't know, maybe one day you need to create a texture and using this type of move into your pencil. What I would suggest is try to kind of explore your tool and create different textures. We provided some examples on Moodle. I understand they are not all using pencil, but they are at least some examples for you. You would be able to see them and watch how to create more textures. You see, I start to changing my pattern. If you like to see the light coming from top right, as I did it in the glass exercise, you may do so, and creating a little bit more darkened area in those spaces, so when a person looking into this texture, they see perhaps some light coming from top right, and you may use some gray tones on it, right? How about this one? Let's create a different textures, right? Here are some other textures that we may use as leaves or shrubs in our exercises in the future.